Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin of the United States, the President of the Philippines, Marcos, all made important speeches, and they all referred to China. Now, they talked about China from different perspectives and with different underlying messages. From Secretary of State Lloyd Austin, I think his message is that they want to really deal with China heads on. They want to create more pressure against China. They want to rally more of its allies in the Asian Pacific region, try to build up on the first line of defense. From President Marcos' perspective of the Philippines, I think he completely mischaracterized the situation involving the territorial disputes between China and the Philippines. When you listen very carefully to the speech delivered by President Marcos of the Philippines, you wonder whether that speech was written by someone in Washington or some government official in Washington or a think tank by Washington. Because President Marcos was talking about the United States, even though the United States was not an ASEAN member state, it does not have any legitimate claim to any territorial issues in the South China Sea, and it is not a direct party to any territorial disputes in the South China Sea. So why President Marcos keeps wanting to bring the United States into this particular region, which has not seen war or military conflict for decades? We can see the fingerprints of the United States in all these situations, either the cross-Taiwan Strait relations, China-Filipino territorial disputes, or the Ukrainian war. And I personally just hope the United States will play a more constructive role, a role to promote peace, rather than a scheming, trying to make other countries or regions as their proxy in achieving its own geopolitical gains. I think sometimes when you listen to the speeches by the American leaders, including US Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin in Shangri-La this time, they probably believe that the rest of the world and the people in all the other countries are either blind or deaf. They cannot hear and they cannot see, I think. Regardless of whatever the American leaders want to tell you, try to make you believe that China is the aggressor. If you measure whether someone is aggressor by the number of wars it is involved, actually it is instigating and it has launched in different parts of the world, China doesn't fit that characterization. And there is only one country which fits that characterization. And I hope the United States will stop overreaching, because overreaching by the United States does not help solve the problems facing the people in the United States. It does not create constructive situations in different parts of the world.